G'day, ZiggyD here, back with another guide for Evolve. In this video I want to teach you guys how to be a better and more effective hunter, and most importantly, put out more sig deeps. So this is going to be a nice short tip for you guys, but it will significantly increase how useful a hunter you are when you're especially dealing damage to the enemy monster. So Evolve features an offhand or automated reloading system. Whenever you are not using a gadget or weapon, it is automatically reloaded after a short amount of time. What this means is that you can empty a clip from your machine pistol, switch over to a harpoon trap, fire a harpoon trap, switch back to your machine pistol, and it will be reloaded. Now, knowing this particular feature of the game, you can start to become a much more effective hunter by making sure that you're basically never ever reloading. There's very few instances when it's actually a good idea to be sitting there watching a reload animation happen. Since it can happen automatically in the background while you're doing something else, you should always, if you have the opportunity on your hunter class to do something else, you should always be doing that. Now, the level to which you take advantage of this particular feature depends on the hunter you're playing. There's kind of two different tiers. Tier 1 is when you really heavily abuse this feature, when you use it at every single opportunity. A great example of this is on Maggie the Trapper. If you're using the machine pistol, you're going to, once it runs out of ammo, switch over and drop a harpoon trap and then switch back to your machine pistol. And you'll be doing this all of the time. You'll basically, with Maggie, never be sitting there watching a reload animation. I classify a tier 2 using of this feature as someone like Bucket, where you're using your rocket launcher, and then maybe if all 5 of your turrets aren't currently down, you're going to put another turret down, or if you have an opportunity to replace one of your sentry turrets, you're going to put another turret down and then switch back to your rockets. While those rockets are reloading in the background, you essentially get to reposition or replace a turret that's gone missing. I think the trappers Abe and Maggie get to take advantage of this feature best. I already talked about how Maggie works, but Abe works pretty much just as well, because what you're going to be doing is you're going to be spamming and constantly repositioning those stasis grenades, but you're only going to do it when you're reloading your shotgun. So you're going to empty a shotgun's worth of damage into the enemy monster, and then you're going to throw a stasis grenade leading it. And by doing this, you can keep up like optimum damage, like basically 100% of your damage output will be happening at the same time as you're spamming out those stasis grenades and keeping the monster permanently stasised. I love using this on the Kraken, for example, because the Kraken, when it's in the stasis grenade, can basically never really fly away properly, and you get to keep spamming your shotgun on it and keep spamming those stasis grenades on top of it as well. And if you're using this tactic, you're going to be way more effective than if you were just using your shotgun and waiting for it to reload, or just using your stasis grenades and not putting out any damage. You're a much bigger and much better asset to the team. Markov is another decent example. He kind of, I think I'll probably lump him into the tier 2 category, where essentially you're going to be using your lightning gun until it runs out of charge, and then if you're fighting in sort of melee range of the monster, you should switch to your mine, put out 1 to 2 mines while your lightning gun recharges, and then switch back to your lightning gun and keep doing damage with that. And then if the monster is kind of like leaving your range, you're going to switch from your lightning gun while it reloads to your assault rifle and back. Basically though, if you're in range where mines are useful and there's a fight happening in the area, you should never switch to the assault rifle and Markov. You should lay down mines whenever you're waiting for your lightning gun to reload. The biggest takeaway from this, guys, is to really pay attention to any opportunity you have to do something useful while a reload animation is happening. Don't sit there and watch reload animations if there's something better you could be doing. Most hunters can make use of this in some fashion, some of them more so than others, but if you do look out for these opportunities, you're going to be a much better hunter all round. Now, as an added bonus tip for you guys in regards to perk selection, quite obviously if you're taking advantage of this feature, reload speed is essentially useless, while weapon swap speed gets very, very attractive. And I'll tell you what, Abe with 100% weapon swap speed is quite painful to deal with as the monster. Anyway guys, hopefully you enjoyed this tip and hopefully it helps you become a better monster hunter. That is it for now. I'm ZiggyD, and thanks for watching.